Alright, let's begin our class tonight by reciting Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Okay, today's topic, as I shared with all of you, we're going to discuss a topic. This is our last topic actually, still under the main chapter, guiding young children. So we have another two topic under guiding young children, which is dealing with feelings and guiding routine. So inshallah, we will start with guiding routines. Okay, so far you can see the slide. Can you see the slide? Okay, good. Okay, so this chapter, guiding routine, subtopic of the main chapter, guiding young children, actually is a guideline for us parents as well as teachers and caregivers in order for us to ensure the behavior of the children are well controlled. While control in a way that we control the daily routine. So by using routine, we're able to manage the behavior of the children. All right, among the key points, routines help family life run smoothly and can help with children's behavior. And then you can use routine to help children with regular activities and to plan for demanding time of the day. Talking about routine or involving children in creating them can help children understand and follow routine. Okay, so the main discussion: why routines why routines help with behavior management. So we preview first the things that we're going to discuss under this topic. Why routine help with behavior management, and then we're going to discuss about creating routines, tips to get started with family routines. There are few, and then we're going to discuss about getting children to follow routines, how to make children start to follow routine that been set by us. Whenever children are able to follow the routines, means we are on track. On track in the sense that we able to make children following our do and don'ts, our law or rules that set up in the house or in a classroom or in a school circle in order to ensure their behavior are well controlled rather than they are free to do or to behave, to act as they wish to do. Right, let us begin on the first part. So together we look at the note, the reading materials. Why routine help with behavior management? Routines help family members know who should do what, when should do, and what order and how often. So this actually the routine. For example, your children know that they take turn with loading and unloading the dishwasher each day. This can mean less conflict and fewer argument about these kind of boring activities. A simple routine in a house. So we plan to make it as a daily basis activities. So without the next day the questioning again, why should I do this, mommy? Why I'm the only one who've been given this task to do this again. So we try to make this as a routine. Routine means we going to do that the same activities daily basis again and again. It's just like wake up in the morning. So become our routine. We wake up what time? And then after wake up in the morning, what the next activity? What is the next step? So that is daily routine. And then the next paragraph. A routine can also help you plan for times and activities when your children often misbehave, like when you are shopping or driving or visiting. For example, a simple routine for driving might be listening to music or playing I Spy together before your child looks at book by herself. So actually this by putting a standard routine, repeated activities is help us to plan. Okay, another also to control the behavior, the misbehavior of the children. And then next paragraph, you can also build routine for young children around play, around meals and sleep. So while they are playing, what are the routine? While they're having their meals, what are the routine before meals, during meals, after taking meals? Same goes to sleeping. So what are the routine? What they need to do before they go to sleep, and then after they wake up from sleep. And routine help young children feel safe and secure. They need to feel safe and secure to develop confidence and learn, including learning about appropriate ways to behave. All right, so that is the idea, the need, how, why we need routine, why we need to develop routine. Okay, now creating routines. How are we going to create routines? Here are some tips to get you started with the family routines. Number one, plan routine for demanding time in a family day. For example, before and after work and school. Things often run more smoothly when you have a routine that gives everybody something to do, or that keeps children busy while you get things done. So, schedule activities before you go to work or after uh, they come back from school. What are the simple routine? After coming from school, first what? Shower or put your clothes inside the washing machine, or go for a meal first. So you set up a routine. Number two, add some downtime into your child's routine. What is downtime? Give your child time for a sleep or rest, which can help with behavior. While we are giving them rest or time off, it will give him time to learn, to entertain themselves. Okay, free time, nap time. So normally at school we have nap time, right? Whereby everybody need to take a nap. So that control the activity of the children of misbehaving, as well as the teacher also can take few time off uh, in handling children's misbehavior for short period of time. Next, if you want to put time limits on some activities like screen use, make this part of the routine. For example, children can watch TV or use their tablet, but only between 5 to 5:30 p.m. or anything whichever suit for your families. Controlling their screen time by put or schedule their time. And then the next, link two or more activities together. You combine two or three activities which can suit at the same time. This can help your children get through boring activities to be faster. It also works because doing one activity help you remember to do the other one. For example, your child could clean teeth brush their teeth while having their bath, uh, or shampoo, and then wash their bodies with soap, for example. What else that you want them to do while they are doing, or while they are in the toilet, in shower room? So you can combine 2 or 3 activities. Or you while they are brushing their teeth, while they are taking their shower, so clean up the or rearrange um, the toothbrush, for example, or you have shampoo which is uh, in the toilet. There are many type of toiletries, so while they are taking bath they are rearranged, so it's become a habit. While they are come out from the toilet, everything is in order. If not, you're going to be angry all the time. While they are finished taking bath, when they going up out from the toilet, everything is in mess. Everything is messy. Okay, everything is messy in the sense that the brush tooth is on the floor, shampoo on the floor, right? And then dripping of the soap, shower. So everything become mess. So all these things can be solved by teaching them a routine. And then talk about routine with your child. Even toddler can understand simple, consistent explanation. For example, first clean teeth, then story time with dad. And for school-age children, discussion about routine can help them learn important things like how to be ready on time. So we need to talk to them about routine, the importance of routine. So toddler, as young as toddler also, you can teach them because they can understand simple instruction. For example, tidy up. After you play with the toys, tidy up. After you brush your teeth, okay, put your brush at the place, a proper place been provided, for example. And then the last tip is use language or ideas your child can understand to talk about your routine. For example, if your child is too young to understand time, try saying we only watch play school instead of we only watch half an hour of TV. So they don't understand what is half an hour, what is 30 minutes, what is 1 hour and a half. They don't understand that. Okay, so use a simple language or make it simple, the instruction, so you know your children's better. And the next, after you create routines, next step is how to get children's following the routines. So you have got a routine, but how to get your child to follow that routine without nagging every day. So normally this is happening in the house as well as in the school. So there are some ideas from the expert how you able to help children following the routine without nagging or yelling at them every morning or every day. So number one, put up an illustrated poster of your routine where everyone can see it. Making the poster with your child could be fun and give you the chance to talk about the routine. Dia macam instruction on the board. Number two, involve your child in a part of the routine that she can manage by herself. For example, washing her hand before eating. So get them involved in the routine activities. The next, find ways to remind your child to follow the routine without your help. For example, put a radio alarm clock in your child's room. The music can be a signal that it's time to wake up, time to start getting ready for school, or time to come out of the bedroom in the morning. Find ways to remind. So reminder can be alarm clock, can be music, can be sounds. So just like a um, reminder, macam reminder. Okay, meals time, contohnya bell ringing. So you know that someone outside the house, okay, you know someone um, outside, and then they bell the ring outside. So you will go and entertain them. So same goes to, okay, wake up time. For example, you put a alarm clock. So that is simple routine. Meals time, so they will stop playing or studying and then go for meals. So think about it. Normally we do by putting an alarm. So maybe after this, teacher also can share. So what else? Example of reminder that we can do in order to teach or help our children about routine. And then next is think about whether part of the routine can be your child's responsibility. Your child can learn new skills and help the family by doing household chores. For example, a preschooler could set the table, arrange table and chairs. So this is simple routine. Whenever you come to the class, before you begin the class, arrange all the tables and chairs, and then make sure the shoes is properly arranged on the shoes rack, for example. And then make sure your bag uh, put properly, and then your bottle, and then your pencil case arranged properly. So this is simple routine. And then watch out for praise your child when he or she follow routine without help, without reminding. For example, they're able to do routine exactly as you wish, so do not forget to praise them immediately. So by praising them, it can help your children to repeat the same good behavior. All right. So clear, teacher. So that's all about the first part of our lecture regarding guiding routine. So basically, the important point why we need to guide the routine is the objective of guiding routine to control or to manage the behavior of the children. So while without putting a routine means we don't have schedule, we don't have timetable, so they don't have idea next what to do. After the first period, next what they need to do. Okay, during snacking time, for example. So they don't have certain do and don'ts rules and regulation. So I believe that teachers should practice this at school. For example, as simple as, okay, now stand up and queue. All right, queue. Do not fight those who are behave. They can go for snacking first. Those who are not behave, you stay. Uh, so that's simple routine. So before they go for meals, they cannot simply run and get their food. They have to stand accordingly, queue up, wait for their turn. All right, clear, teacher. Okay, maybe I can ask one or two questions uh, about your experience of simple routine that been practiced that is work in controlling the behavior of the children. For example, one children's they like to run all over the class. So what actually been practiced by you? Okay. Uh, okay, maybe teacher Hanisa. Okay, maybe you can share with the class. So what are the normally simple routine that you think is work in controlling specific behavior of the children? Hmm. So bila beratur dia tak lari lah. Hmm. Ni dekat mana? Educare. TNI Bangsa eh. So dia still dalam tu lah kan, dalam center tu lah, main tak jauh jarak. Hmm. Walaupun dekat, they still have to queue. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Okay, Nurul Adila. Nurul Adila. Waalaikumsalam. Okay, Pak. Allah, siap. Tak ada air ni khabar tu. Alright, so next, Faridatul Farha. Teacher Faridatul Farha. Ada? Okay, Teacher Farida. Faridatul Farha. Okay, tak apa. Okay, line tak clear. Okay, Nurul Adila. Teacher Nurul. Teacher Nurul Adila. Hello, hello, hello. Dengar. Okay, teacher. Alright. So, what are example or experience, simple routine that works in controlling child behavior? Mm-hmm. Berapa kerap dalam satu period nyanyi lagu tu? Oh, sekali dah diam eh? Okay. Good. Alright, thank you. Okay, teacher Farida. Oh, saya sangkut. Okay, okay, fine, fine. No problem. Faham, faham. Okay, we move to Syahafizah. Teacher Hafizah. Alright, so what are simple routine that can, according to your experience, normally practice, can control children's behavior? Mm-hmm. Oh, dia setahun, setahun. Okay, okay, setahun. Setahun ni tak ada rutin lah. Alright. Faham, tak apa. Okay, okay, faham. Clear, clear, no problem. Okay, next. Teacher Shasha. Zura. Ada ke? Teacher Zura, Shasha? Ah. What is your simple routine at your center which can help con- Hmm. So this for how old? Oh, toddler. Okay. Ini dekat mana ni? Okay, okay, rumah ni. Meriah, meriah. Uh, okay, thank you. Shirin Zainuddin. Okay, Teacher Shirin. So, what are the routine that you practice at your center, which you believe it can control children's misbehavior? Ada reward. So is it work? Okay. How old is that children? Okay, good, good, good. All right. Thank you. Okay, next teacher Abiatul. Abiatul Yana. Teacher Abiatul. Okay, maybe kita next. Teacher Wahida Amiruddin. Teacher Wahida Amiruddin. So what are the routine that you practice that really works in controlling child behavior? Reward lah. Hmm. So berapa kali kena renew beli stiker tu seminggu? Itu untuk apa? Untuk satu semester. Itu untuk satu semester ke apa reward tu? Hmm? Berapa modal stiker sekali borong tu? Cukup untuk satu semester. Boleh boleh. Nanti boleh share lah dengan kawan-kawan ya. So apa stiker-stiker yang so how old? For how old? So that reward by sticker. 5 years lah. Memang seronok lah 5 years. Excited. Okay, next. Thank you. Teacher Azimah. Teacher Azimah Izura. So what are the simple routine that you practice really works for children? Mm-hmm. I see, I see. Okay. Hmm. Mestilah alat bantu mengajar tu menarik tu. Kalau dia biasa-biasa. Kalau alat bantu mengajar tu biasa-biasa, ya, dia, children tak excited. Okay, nampaknya memang menarik lah tu. Alright. Mungkin nanti boleh share apa yang menarik alat bantu mengajar Teacher Azimah compare dengan yang lain tu. Okay, thank you. Next, Teacher Aini. Teacher Aini ini. Maybe you can share with the class. What are the simple routine that works and control children's behavior? Ni educate kat mana? Oh, you ai Gombak. Okay, main camp eh? Okay. Ni bunyi macam semua children behave ni. Okay, okay, alright. Ada, dengar bunyi tu dia macam tak perlu rutin. Dia semua okey je, ikut je apa teacher ni cakap. Ah, dah tahu dah boleh expect dah. Okay, okay, good, good. Thank you. Okay, next. Teacher Melo. Yes, so, apa? Activity. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Ah, hmm, hmm. Oh, hmm, hmm. Main tutup lampu eh. So kalau rutin, maksudnya tiap-tiap hari ada main tutup lampu lah. Oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, next, teacher Lenny. Waalaikumsalam. Sila, sila. Yes, rutin, rutin. Ni dekat, anda murid dekat mana ni? Oh, IIS. Stewardy, okay, okay. Saya kenal tempat tu, okay. Saya kenal. Okay. Hmm. Berapa tahun caknya, teacher? Berapa ramai student kat situ? Total? Total? Dalam Mm-mm. Hmm. Daripada luar berapa orang? Anak parents luar berapa orang? Ramai? Yes, yang bukan staff. Hmm. Oh, ramai luar eh? I see. Berapa total numbers? Ah, okay. Majority more than 50% luar. Berapa persen? I see. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. So, I mean staff yang daripada IISMB tu lah. Daripada hmm. I see, I see. Okay, okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, next. Last. Dah teacher Abiatul dah eh. Alright. So, that is sharing. Thank you teachers for your sharing regarding apa ni simple routine that's been practiced and working. Okay. Alright. So before we continue with another topic, the next subtopic. Okay. Um, the next subtopic will be apa the next subtopic? Dealing with feelings. Okay, sebentar ya, saya buka. Okay, dealing with feelings. And this topic, we're going to talk specifically on overly emotional child, bukan normal emotion lah. So normally is overly emotional child cope with their feelings. Okay. Hmm. Okay, sebentar. Saya nak share screen. Okay, boleh nampak screen? Boleh eh? Alright. So we will face this. Normally for new student, new intake, they are in a coping stage. They will have these excessive feelings. Alright. So normally in this topic, we're going to talk first is how to help kids have a healthy emotions. Okay. So how? So among the thing is do not confuse emotions for weakness. Don't confuse emotion for weakness. And then we're going to talk about teach your child about emotions, explain the difference between feelings and behavior, okay, and how they are connected. Validate your child's feelings. And then we're going to talk teach your child emotion regulation skills. And then there are some helpful skills that child can learn in managing their emotions, such as practicing deep breathing, count to come down. Those children who are unable to control their tantrum, their feelings, their reaction. So count to come down, take a break, create a calm down kit, problem solve with your child, identify mood booster. And then in this topic also, we're going to discuss about avoid reinforcing emotional outbursts. So among the things that can help the child regulate their behavior is by rewarding the child for calming down, showering your child with attention, give their special attention, calming your child down constantly, telling your child to stop crying, announcing that child is sensitive. And then we're also going to talk about how to push your child, but not too much. We're pushing that just like we pull a rubber band, stretch enough, but control from breaking down the rubber band. Okay. And then the last part, we're going to talk about when to seek a professional help if you're unable to control the children. Okay, so let us begin from the beginning. At any age, crying is a normal response to being overwhelmed by strong feelings like anger, fear, stress, or even happiness. Some children, however, cry more than others. I believe that in your preschool, in your class, there are some children, you face this every semester. There are some children who are crying more than other normal children. They are crying due to expressing their strong feelings like angry or fear or stress, or even some of them, if they're happy, too happy also, they are crying. All right, so those same children may get angry more often, may feel frustrated faster, or may get overly excited compared to their peers too. Well, there's certainly nothing wrong with an overly emotional child. It can make life a little bit more difficult for them. So how to help kids have healthy emotion? Here are several tips for helping your child have emotional awareness and healthy coping skills. What is healthy coping skills? Kita nak ajar children to learn to cope with the situation. Macam kita lah. Macam mana kita nak cope dengan keadaan yang stres. Itu panggil coping stage. Ada orang bila terlalu stres, dia pergi shopping. Ada orang bila terlalu stres, dia pergi bawa family, pergi makan-makan. Ada terlalu stres, dia pergi cuci toilet. Bila stres, dia pergi shopping semua grocery, balik rumah dia makan besar. Dia masak. So that is how they cope with the situation. So for children also there are some coping tips, controlling their emotion. Number one, don't confuse emotion for weakness. Sometimes parents are embarrassed by overly emotional kids. Parents rasa malu kadang-kadang. A father may cry watching his son cry after losing the baseball games. A mother may usher her daughter out of the dance class at the first sign of tears. So, one thing kita kena tahu, jangan confusekan kanak-kanak. Crying doesn't show weakness. Menangis ni tak semestinya menunjukkan satu kelemahan pada children. Sebentar. Still boleh nampak skrin? Okay, good. So first, do not confuse. Crying isn't a bad thing, and it is okay for kids to have intense feeling. Menangis ni tak salah. So jangan confusekan dia. Alright? Ni lagi-lagi anak lelaki. Jangan nangis lah, malu lah. Children. So kita jangan confusekan dia. Alright? Maksudnya, it's okay to cry. Menangis untuk ekspreskan perasaan sedih, marah is okay. Alright? Jangan ajar benda yang salah lah. Some parents, they feel embarrassed. Ataupun teachers, oh malunya. Apa ni nangis-nangis? Diamlah, janganlah, malulah teacher macam ni kan. Contoh kalau tengah buat performance ke. So it's okay. If they want to cry, so just pamper them. Okay? Itu adalah satu cara dia express their feelings. Being emotional doesn't make a child weak. It is important, however, for kids to learn to recognize and understand their emotion. In fact, emotional awareness can help kids be mentally strong, even when they feel those emotions deeply. So, point dekat sini adalah crying ataupun being emotional doesn't show that you are weak. Okay, ni yang salah anggap teachers, parents selalu macam tu lah. And then avoid calling your child a wimp or assuming his sensitivity has to be fixed. Everyone has a different temperament, and your child may have been born with more emotional sensitivity than you are used to. So first of all, mindset. Mindset pada siapa? Pada parents dulu. Menangis bukanlah tanda seseorang itu lemah. Different people have a different level of temperament. Okay, ada orang baru tengok tepi jalan, orang sorong, apa ni, susah, dia dah mengalir air mata. Mengalir air mata ni bukanlah maksud dia lemah. Right? Itu level sensitivity dia. So the same, if you see your child or other children in your class crying, it's okay to cry. Alright? So jangan confusekan dia. Orang yang menangis ni orang yang weak. So next apa nak buat? Teach your child about emotions. Guide dia, ajar. It is important for your child to recognize her feeling. Start teaching her about her emotions by naming them for her. For example, say, you look sad right now, or I can tell you are mad. So biar dia acknowledge perasaan dia, apa yang dia rasa. Name your emotion too by saying, I'm sad that we can't go visit grandma today. Or I'm angry that those boys were being mean today. So, biar disebut apa yang dia rasa. Rather than kita larang dia, jangan nangis, jangan. So, just beritahu, mami nampak kakak sedih. Kakak rasa sedih ke? Biar dia sebut, apa kakak rasa? Biar dia acknowledge. Ajar dia tentang emotion. Akak nangis sebab akak marah ke? Ataupun akak manis? So, teach them about emotion. Tak perlu kompleks lah. Simple emotion. Rasa gembira, rasa marah. Kita nampak. You know your children. You know your kids better. So, bila dia marah, so you acknowledge that. Bagi tahu. Ajar dia tentang feelings, emotion. And then next, explain the difference between feelings and behavior. It is also important for our children to learn how to express their emotion in socially appropriate manner. Ni kena terangkan. Screaming loudly in the middle of the grocery store or throwing a temper tantrum at school is not okay. So, dia perlu diajar, dididik, diasuh. Dia mungkin confused, tak tahu. Yang dia tahu, biasanya kalau tak suka menjerit. Ataupun campak barang. Ataupun show tantrum, temper. Tapi kalau dekat rumah maybe okay. Tapi kalau kat sekolah, tak okay. Ngajar depan public tak okay. Tell children that they can feel any emotion they want, and it's okay to feel really angry or really scared. Sometimes benda feelings ni tak boleh control. Betul tak? Yang kita boleh adalah guide, teach. Macam mana nak salurkan feelings. It's okay to feel very angry, to feel very scared. Kita mana boleh control. You, teacher mungkin tak takut, tapi kanak-kanak mungkin tak terlalu takut pada dia. Para teacher mungkin tak sedih, tapi for children sangat sedih. Alright? Dia sayang dia punya telur mata tu contohnya kan. Dia makan nasi, telur kicap. Kicap dengan telur mata tu. Nasi dah habis makan. Telur mata tu last sekali. Dia toleh kanan, hilang telur mata dia, kawan dia masuk dalam mulut dia. Menangis-nangis berjujuran dari mata dia. Sangat sedih. So, para teacher mungkin, yalah biasalah telur mata. Nanti teacher buat lagi lah. But for children, that kind of moment may be very sad for her. So, it's okay to cry. Then, it's time for us to teach them. So, but make it clear that she has choice in how she respond to those uncomfortable feelings. So even though she feel angry, it's not okay to hit. Walaupun marah, tapi memukul, menyepak, menendang is not okay. It's not right. Or just because she feels sad doesn't mean she can roll around on the floor crying when it disrupt other people. Asal tak suka je berguling-guling. So salah lah. So it means kita ajar dia. Nangis tak semestinya kena guling. Ada banyak lagi cara lain untuk kita ekspreskan kemarahan. Bagilah option lain. Tak semestinya kena tumbuk orang. Mungkin ambil pen, lukis. Ataupun bagi tahu teacher. Ataupun menyanyi. So ada macam-macam saluran. Children can release their anger. Discipline her behavior but not her emotions. Say you are going to time out because you hit your brother, or you are losing this toy for the rest of the day because you are screaming and it's hurt my ears. So yang kita nak disiplinkan behavior dia, bukan emosi dia. Emosi dia tak salah. Dia menangis, dia sedih, dia marah. Emosi tak salah. Yang salah adalah behavior. Yang kita nak betulkan adalah behavior dia. Biar perasaan dia. Dia berhak untuk rasa sangat marah. Dia berhak untuk expresskan feelings. But we need to teach them to express their feelings into behavior accordingly. Okay, next step apa kita perlu buat? Validate your child's feeling. Betul tak perasaan dia tu? Sometimes parents inadvertently minimize a child's feeling, but that sends the wrong message. Saying stop getting so upset, it's not a big deal. Janganlah, bukannya benda besar. Actually, that is wrong validation. Alright? So, you memperkecilkan perasaan sedih dia. It's not big deal. So actually by doing that, by saying that, you teach your child that his feelings are wrong. But feelings are okay, even if you think they seem out of proportion. Whenever you think he's mad, sad, frustrated, embarrassed, or disappointed, put a name to it. Then show you understand how she feels and provide empathy. So while saying, I know you are mad, we are not going to the park today, show you understand she's angry. It may come across a little harsh. Say, I know you are mad, we are not going to the park today. I get mad when I don't get to do things I want to do too. That extra element reinforces to your child that everyone feels those emotions sometimes, even if they are not as often as intense as she feels them. At the same time, help children understand that emotion can be fleeting and the way the child feels now won't last forever, or even necessarily more than few minutes. So the point here is realizing their feelings as well as tears come and go can help a child stay a little bit calmer in the midst of the emotional moments. So first, jangan ignore feelings dia. Itu point dia. Acknowledge, realize their feelings. Kalau dia menangis, sebutkan. Teacher nampak Ali menangis, mengalir air mata. Okay? Ali sedih. Ali sedih sebab you dorong perasaan tu supaya dia belajar. Betul, saya memang tengah nangis. Saya memang tengah marah ni teacher. Saya memang tengah sedih ni teacher. Nampak air mata saya mengalir ni teacher. Banyak ni, lama dah. Okay? Kerana saya rasa geram. So biar you acknowledge, means you understand the situation. Dia seorang yang memahami. Command you can help a child stay a little bit calmer. Actually, by doing that, you pampered, you calm the emotion, the feelings. Yang jadi children kadang-kadang aggressive, not listening, is because you're not listening to their feelings. Why they're not listening to you? Because you are not listening to their feelings. Sama macam kita lah. Kadang-kadang berlaku, orang kata, pertengkaran kecil dalam rumah, kan? Pasangan kita ni marah ni, tapi soalan macam tak nampak je. Tengah sedih ni macam tak nampak je. Tapi kalau pasangan kita acknowledge perasaan kita, oh, I nampak you sedih hari ni, nampak macam tak puas hati, marah, memang sebut lagi bang, memang saya nak bagi tahu saya tak puas hati ni. So bila pasangan kita sebut satu-satu perasaan tu, walaupun dia tak solve, sekurang-kurangnya dia nak kita faham. Means pasangan kita understand, acknowledge perasaan kita. Okay, now next what? So it's calm the feeling a little bit, rather than you ignore the feelings. So same goes to children. Acknowledge the feelings so they will feel appreciated. Next, teach your child emotion regulation skills. Just because your child feels his emotion intensely, it doesn't mean he need to let his feeling control him. Jangan sampai perasaan yang mengawal diri dia. When he's upset, he can learn to calm himself down. So bila situasi macam ni, so kita boleh ajar. Jangan sampai perasaan yang mengawal diri kita, biar diri kita yang mengawal situasi, diri kita yang kawal behavior. Jangan biar behavior yang kawal diri kita, kita buat satu perkara tidak di luar di luar jangkaan yang membahayakan orang lain. So ada beberapa teknik, ada cara-cara dia. Antaranya practice deep breathing, ajar nafas. Kalau marah, biasa orang punya nafas pendek. Ajar deep, tarik nafas panjang, inhale, lepas, inhale, lepas. Normally by deep breathing, it will calm down the temper. The blood flow in the body will be in order. Tadi pada speed laju tekanan darah. Sekarang dia dah kurang tekanan. Number 2 is count to calm down. Boleh ajar. Satu tips adalah kira. Teach your children to distract himself from upset. Twistkan mind dia, macam mana kira. Counting ceiling tiles. Kiralah apa, okey. Apa dalam kelas yang boleh kira. Kira jam ke, okey, kira murid ke. Counting to 10 or counting down from hundreds. This is a mental task to reduce his distress. Next, take a break. Antara kaedah-kaedah, allow your child to give herself brief time out, or ask the teacher if she can have a minute to collect herself, whether it's going to get a drink or water, or stepping into another room for a minute. Bolehlah buat take off. Alihkan perhatian dia daripada situasi yang menyebabkan dia marah. Bawa dia keluar, bawa dia, bagi dia minum air Milo ais ke, kan, untuk twist mind dia to take a break. Macam kita lah, kalau kita boleh control, pergilah baring ke, dengar muzik ke, itu antara contohnya lah. And then let's create a calm down kit. Ini salah satu contoh saya tahu. I'm not sure whether you experience this or not. Calm down kit. You create lah, fill a box with the item that help your child calm down or cheer up. For example, coloring books, crayon, lotion that smell good, picture that your child enjoy, or soothing music are just a few things that can engage her senses and help her manage her emotions. Ada kit, kalau apa ni, dia macam emergency kit, macam tu lah. Tapi dia panggil calm down kit. Buatlah apa dalam kit tu ada apa? Ada coloring ke? Ada apa ni? Buatlah. Mediocre ke? Apa lah ikut creativity teacher? Apa yang kanak-kanak suka. And then next, problem solve with your child. If your child's emotions are causing problems for him, such as no one want to play with him because he cries all the time, or he's unable to participate in physical education because he cries if he lose, work together to address the problems. Ask them to seek together how to solve this problem. Next, identify a mood booster. Talk to your child about the thing she likes to do when she feels happy. Like playing outside, reading a joke book, or singing her favorite song. Write those things down and tell her those are her mood booster. When she's feeling bad, encourage her to do one of her mood booster to help her cope with the feelings. List down apa mood aktiviti-aktiviti yang menyeronokkan, right? Boleh menjadikan dia excited. Contoh parents kan, you lebih tahu anak you. Kadang bila kita kata, okay, jom kita pergi mandi sungai, oh excited, hilang semua dia punya marah, sedih, semua hilang. So biar dia listkan apa perkara-perkara yang excited dia nak buat. Okay, and then bila berlaku situation yang menyebabkan dia sedih, right? So encourage untuk dia buat benda-benda yang excitement. Okay, next, avoid reinforcing emotional outbursts. The way you respond to your child emotion make a big difference. Sometimes parents inadvertently encourage kids to have emotional outbursts. If you're working on helping your child regulate his emotion better, it's best to avoid the following. Kalau nak anak regulate their emotions, okay, avoid the following. Elakkan, apa dia? Reward your child for calming down. If you offer your child a special treat every time she pulls herself together, she may learn that bursting into tears is a good way to get something she wants. Jangan bagi reward. Kalau dia bertenang, jangan bagi reward. We afraid that they learn differently. Means they will always get into bad situation, bad feelings, because they know whenever they're able to solve that problem, to stop crying, they will get reward. Okay, we want to teach them about feelings, but by not giving a reward by calming down. And then showering your child with attention. Ini pun cuba elakkan. While it's important to offer comfort, memang penting untuk tenangkan children, make sure you don't overdo it. You don't want your child to learn that getting upset is the best way to attract your attention. Anak tu sedih sebab telur mata dia abang dia makan, and then dia berjaya tenangkan diri. Parents ni pula overdo it, kan? Dia pergi okey sebab berjaya tak menangis, jom kita pergi shopping, mama nak belikan baju baru. Kan payah tu, tidak kena. Okay, dah reward satu which is not suitable, and then number two is you give attention inappropriately. Benda kecil yang bersesuaian lah. Okay, and then next, calming your child down constantly. It's helpful to offer reassurance, but it's also important to teach your child the skills going to need to calm himself down so he can handle his emotion when you are not there. So kena ajar dia berdikari. Means dia boleh kawal diri dia tanpa without you around. So teach them rather than always pamper them, always guide them. So slowly teach them to be independent. And then next, avoid telling your child to stop crying. Ini selalu kita buat. Saya buat, teacher buat. Berhenti nangis, jangan nangis. Telling your child to stop crying might make her more upset. If she sees you getting worked up over her tears, she will think that she's doing something wrong. And that won't make it easier to stop crying. Okay? Biar dia menangis. Cuma kita bagi limit nak, okay. Boleh nangis, kakak nak nangis boleh. Tapi jangan lama-lama. Okay, nangis. Okay, mami bagi 5 minit lagi. Okay, nangis. Sedih kan? Okay, sabar. Bagi dia, lepaskan. Kalau dia tengah peak tu, baru nak ambil nafas dalam nak melepaskan dia punya jeritan tangisan, time tu lah at the right moment kita stop, kan tersekat dia punya nafas tu. Okay, let it go. Okay, macam kita lah, kita tengah peak ni kan, ada orang suruh stop pula. Tapi kita orang dewasa, kita boleh balas balik. Biarlah, saya nak nangis. Saya tak kira saya nak nangis juga. Lepas nangis, you okay. And then next, announcing that your child is sensitive. Ni cuba avoid. If you want every teacher, coach, or friend's parent that your child is sensitive, you may be sending a message that he cannot handle these feelings. Keep it positive by saying like, my child feel big emotions. Jangan bagi tahu anak saya sensitif. Okay. So kita cuba menyampaikan message that lebih lagi dia dengar dan bagi tahu yang anak kita ni tak boleh handle situation. It's okay to have that feeling. Okay, next part. How to push your child, but not too much. Okay, you might decide there are times when it makes sense to spare your child from upsetting event. If the school is watching a sad movie, you might decide to let your child opt out if you know he'll struggle to put himself together after the movie is over. But you don't want to excuse your child from tough challenges or all of the realities of life. Your child needs some practice learning how to handle his emotion in socially acceptable manner. And just because he's overly emotional doesn't mean he should miss out of life. Quite often, emotional kids experience all emotion in a big way. So that means your child may enjoy positive emotion like happiness and excitement to their fullest extent as well. And you don't want to squash his ability to feel all of those big feelings. Okay? Perlahan-lahan, biar dia belajar. Next, when to seek professional help. Bila agaknya yang sepatutnya kita mendapatkan nasihat daripada pakar if the situation uncontrollable. Even children who are not normally overly emotional may go through a period where it seems like the tears keep coming. But it's unlikely that there is a cause for concern. It's worth checking in with your pediatrician, especially if your child is young and has a hard time communicating, to ensure there's not an undiagnosed ear infection or language problem that hasn't been detected. Ini kalau kes lain lah. Saya rasa kalau situation lain, air mata dia tak berhenti-berhenti. Okay, dia pun kata, teacher, I cannot stop my tears. It keep coming out. Dia rasa lain daripada normal. You bolehlah refer pada professional. Mungkin dia ada infection ke, ada problem ke dekat dia punya ducts kan, dia punya saluran sentiasa mengalir. Pernah dulu anak saya masa kecil dia ada problem, dia selalu keluar mata, right? Kemudian bila kita check, yes, dia ada problem dekat dia punya saluran. Tapi while they are getting growing, dia membesar, dia okey dah. Kalau tidak selalu berair air mata, ingat sedih ke apa kan. Punya dia ada memang ada saluran. And then sometimes ada kanak-kanak ada saluran macam beguk, kembung dekat pipi. Bukan beguk, tapi dia keep beguk biasa sekali je kan. Ini sometimes setiap bulan kembung yang pipi dekat sebelah kiri ataupun kanan. So sometimes dia ada problem dekat dia punya saluran. Saluran dekat pipi dia tu dia membengkak. Disebabkan dia sempit saluran tu. So biasanya kalau ada benda lain dia akan mengalir hidung ke mata ke dekat saluran. Tapi because of dia sempit tersumbat dia akan membengkak. So normally it will cure along the time they are growing. So ini adalah contoh-contoh bila kita perlu seek for jumpa pediatrician. The next, when medical doctor has been ruled out, a parent can take measures to help their child learn how to regulate their emotion at key times so it doesn't become an issue as they grow up. If your children has always been emotional, there's probably no cause for concern. But if they suddenly seem to have more trouble managing emotion, talk to your pediatrician. For you should also seek professional help for your child if her emotions are causing problems for her everyday life. If she's crying so much during the school day that she can't concentrate in class, or if she's struggling to maintain friendship because she can't control her emotion, she may need some extra support. And the last paragraph, dealing with an overly emotional child can be frustrating sometimes. Try to keep the bigger picture in mind. Your child simply may need a little extra support while she gains the skill she needs to deal with her big feelings. So kanak-kanak ni berbeza. Sometimes genetically daripada kita pun ada. Sometimes dia memang ada problems handling with the big feelings. Big feelings ni perasaan macam tadi tu. Kesedihan yang lebih daripada biasa. Okay? Sometimes they need extra guidance. Orang lain bila cikgu nasihat dah boleh. Tapi there are some children, they just need extra. Kalau orang lain mungkin, kanak-kanak lain 2-3 kali dah okey. Dia mungkin diperlukan extra. Extra seminggu, extra sebulan, sometimes extra setahun. Bila dia naik kelas 5 tahun baru dia okey. Masa 4 tahun memang tak boleh nak kontrol. Okay, emotion. So you know better. And some children you are dealing with Asperger syndrome kan. Yang ADHD, yang autistic punya children. So of course. So that things yang kalau dah confirm diagnose, you can refer to professional. How to handle with the big emotion or big feelings. Mana yang normal, because our objective referring to the expertise or the professional is in order for that children to get a better treatment, and then for us and for the other children, we are in control the rest of the class. Yang lain masih boleh meneruskan pembelajaran seperti biasa. Not because of that one particular person which we unable to control them is affected the rest of the class. Okay, habis. So faham teacher? Clear? So ini adalah example of How to deal with feelings. Dia ada do and don'ts. Ada perkara yang kita kena buat. Jangan confusekan kanak-kanak. And then, jangan ada perkara-perkara nasihat daripada expert. Avoid. Cuba elakkan. Okay. So far clear? Kalau clear, mungkin kita boleh discuss on our final exam paper. So before that, clear? Ada soalan? Clear, eh? Okay. This is today or tonight is our last class. Kan? Is it